different opinions about this. Other people believe, while others don't. Some people even thought that miracles doesn't even exist, while others cling to the belief that miracle happen every single day.
In today's talk, we will be meeting two different people with different stories that will definitely give us a lesson.
Good morning, partner. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, partner.
You know what, partner? I'm so excited for today because this is our very first appearance here in our channel, and we have actually invited a very wonderful person with us today.
Yes, partner. Me too. I'm so excited and I can't wait to welcome these two for our talk this day.
Alright, so partner, do the honor.
Yes, partner. Our first guest or speaker for today's talk is a woman who grew up in a village and had a vision since she was younger to make a difference to every person or a group of people that she met in her life. She was 12 years old, in which she was elected a youth president. A woman who is natural psychic and empath, an educator, a life coach, a counselor, a visionary, born as a natural leader, no other than Miss Lenny Villarante Octaviano.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Good morning everyone.
Welcome, Miss Lenny.
Thank you.
And now for our next guest. Before 7 years ago, she was indulged into alcohols and drugs, followed the crooked path, and was attached to material growth until one day, she finally realized that she is loved and blessed just by herself. She is a perfect example of a person who was once lost, but now she's found. And now she's happily living with her family together with her chosen passion. She's now a makeup artist in on location, hairstylist, and an event organizer. Through her journey, she discovers more about herself and is grateful for everything she has right now. Help me welcome Miss Joel Gonzaga.
Hello everyone.
Good
Have a nice day.
morning.
So guys, welcome to our talk for today. By the way, let me question first. How are you today?
Very well indeed. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Alright, so
I'm doing good.
well, you know what? We are actually happy to have you here. We invited you here because we believe that both of you are independent and brave, and you have many stories to tell that could inspire our viewers. Alright, so let's proceed to the question and answer portion.
Yes. So, here is our first question for these two. How do you start and end your day?
Wow, what a nice question. Well, on my end, I usually start with gratitude and end up with gratitude. So when it comes to gratitude, it can be different things. Like say for example, thanking that I have able to wake up that day, able to see the nature, able to greet my loved ones, able to breathe every now and then, every second of my life, and able to win every battles of my life. And that's, I also ended up like during the night time.
So that's really wonderful, being grateful all throughout the day. So, Mama, how do you start and end your day?
For me, literally, I will not say any more sugar-coated thing. I have in every day, I have different scenario. The first scenario is when I have a client, I usually drink my coffee, take a bath, and then proceed to the client. And when I go home, I will I will check out my plants because I'm a plantita. You know? The second scenario is just if I don't want to have a client, I will just stay in my bed, rest, and talk chit chat with my mom. That's it.
So that's really wonderful when you have time for yourself and for the things that make you happy. That's where you will find comfort in yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So,
Good.
Angel, what's the next question?
So here is our next question. How do you figure out amazing stuff? Miss Lenny?
Okay, for me, amazing stuff is always within, like, way back with the past experience that I have had, like during the pandemic, which has happened last year. So there was a time that, although my Chinese friend had already told me that I had to be employed in a big company, which is located in Hong Kong, but I expected everything to happen that when I get back to China. However, she's told me that, Lenny, will you please send us all the documents? And for me, it was just like sending all the requirements, the prerequisite requirements. And to make it short, I did it anyhow. And after that said, okay, we're gonna transfer you the money, maybe in a week's time. And still I didn't expect it to happen because really it should be done like face to face. And I had to meet up like the employer. But really, to be quite honest, I didn't expect this thing. But due to like David, who is a Filipino kindergarten teacher, actually he's told me that why don't you hire Lenny to be one of the employees in that company. But I don't need to work there. And I didn't expect the pay that was quite huge. So when they transferred the money, I was grounding myself. I was walking in my dad's small yard, where the place we had visited before. I was grounding myself like every day. I was talking and having that divine connection. And I asked him, I understand that the money that you have given me is not all mine. What do you want me to do since there is a problem going on right now? And the thing that is been sent through the Holy Spirit is that I had to give back, which is charitable stuff. So it started from there. Although every year our family members, including my siblings, in-laws, we do this kind of like stuff like almost every year. But that was different, okay? And then I was still asking for a sign. So since you cannot like touch God, but you can feel His presence. And at that time, I was asking for a sign. So the signs that I was asking for is like repeating numbers plus colors. And the colors that I was asking for was like yellow. So after that, after I have spoken Him, I've seen like random vehicles where the colors were yellow. And that was it. He said, okay, I'm not going to think like twice about it. So in short, I did bought several things, grocery stuff, and my family members were quite like disappointed because they don't understand about that. And I told them that just let me do what I have to do because it has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with me and my commitment with Him. One thing that everyone had to understand, that when you have that surrendering thing, you had to swallow your pride. Like truly trust everything to Him or with Him. That you don't need to think everything about your life, but just simply trusting how He's able to work things behind the scenes. And we did it anyway. And to our surprise, that was the time that when I was on my way to Real District, I couldn't hold myself, just keep on crying, and that cry was full of tears of joy. It's incomparable. You know, that I just had to cry, and it's because one of my cousins was Singapore. She sent us a message and posted the grocery. I wasn't taking pictures because it was all about my relatives and the church at the same time. It was about like almost 100 food packs, 15 food packs from the like church, and then the rest is for my relatives. And during that time, my dad was telling me, why are you going to do this? And I said, why not? People needing help right now. Why we have to be very selfish? Like, we had to give what we can. We can only do it now, and why not do it now? And when my father visited all the relatives to inform them that he had to pick up their food packs here at home, my dad had seen the reality that the relatives were just eating bananas. And that was really breaking my father's heart. He said, see that? This is what I've been telling you, that you really need to see around, feel what we can do. It doesn't mean that we needed finances and we just had to think ourselves. We do have responsibilities to look after the people around us. It can be our neighbors, it can be our relatives, it can be anybody. And that was it. And one more thing, tremendous things that had happened is that the government food bags have also like distributed, like the day after we distributed our food bags. That's it.
Alright, so we've heard from Miss Lenny that it's really fine. That's the reality nowadays. Because of this pandemic, most of the people weren't able to buy goods for themselves, like food. Especially nowadays, there's less work for people, and especially most of us, we cannot give them what we have right now because we are actually experiencing the pandemic too. But thanks to Miss Lenny and to those people who helped her out, because of her, she became the instrument to help other people who are also in need right now, especially those who are really in need, who are helpless right now. Miss Lenny became the hope of those people. And if Miss Lenny can hear it, if she's here with us right now, the happiness that she have seen from the people she had given, the stuff that she distributed, that really counts. That's what really matters to us right now. So Miss Lenny, thank you so much in behalf of those people who you have given those stuff. Thank you so much, because you've become the instrument to those people to survive in a day or maybe in a week. Thank you so much, Miss Lenny.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you for that inspiring story, Nell.
Okay, so it's your time.
Mama,
What's the question again?
how do you figure out amazing stuff?
I'm still blessed because of this pandemic happened. I lost a lot of clients, and actually I have a big plan for this year personally for my house. And since the pandemic came, all my reserved clients, or what you call this one, they all canceled. Not all, but some other are postponed. So my plan was being cancelled too. And I gained lots of friends from this pandemic, and I've lost a lot too. So now I realize that losing someone or losing people, it became a big lesson for me too. And that is amazing. I find it amazing because somehow I learned that these people has a great purpose too. Maybe not good or maybe not bad for me, but I treasured it because it's a part of my life, and I find it amazing. And one more thing, this day too, I find it amazing. I never realized, and I never seen myself speaking English straight and I talk to somebody. And this is amazing. I mean, I've seen and I've encountered a lot of people sharing stories, but not like this. Typically not like this. This is something serious, and this is something that people should watch, or maybe some minors should watch. This is very inspiring, and there's a lot of questions I think further questions to be revealed, and I don't know. Don't what me.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Okay, so
We don't
see,
need to know
partner,
everything, you know.
we are still blessed despite of every trials in our life. And losing someone is a lesson, and that teaches us different realization in life.
Yes. And another thing is losing is not like a heartbreak. It's not always a heartbreak. It's not always painful. Maybe there's pain a little, but that pain, there's a revealing happiness behind it. So you just wait for the answer about that. Okay?
Yes,
Alright.
that's true.
So partner, the next question.
Is, do you believe in miracles? How about you, Mama?
Well, for me, yes. I believe in miracles because every time I wake up in the morning, in 38 years of existence, I think this is a miracle for me that God gave. All of my clients who will always believe in my passion, even if they know my darkest days of my life. They accept me for what I've been through. So I think that is a miracle. And especially my mom, Isabel, she's great. And I think that's a
No, it's
miracle.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And also, from my past experiences, as I told earlier, that was a big lesson. My mom is always there, and that's a big miracle in my life, that she's still here alive, and focusing me and nurturing love for me, and that's it. That's a great miracle. There's a lot to be thankful for, yeah, but that's the big one that is a big miracle in my life. Oh, but
Indeed. You know that our life is the most precious gift that we have. And having someone beside us, no matter how dark our past is, no matter how troublesome we are, having them by our side, staying by their side are the best miracle that we have in our lives. Okay, thank you so much for that, Mama. How about you, Miss Lenny? Do you believe in miracles and why?
Yeah, sure. I do believe, but I don't know, but other people call it universe, which is Lord Shiva, the Lord of the universe. For the Chinese people, they call it like Pusa. And for religious group of people, it's God. So I do respect different religions, and however they're gonna call back the Most High. For me, I call it God, universe, or the Most High. Yes, indeed, I do believe, because we gotta understand that everything around us is connected with science, and not only that, you can meet random people either through social media, different places, different things, different events, and those things really were meant to happen. It's not an accident. There's like lesson to be taught for both people who are involved. It could either be to teach us a lesson that what really life is all about, what we're gonna treasure all about. I have so many stories to share with you back the days when I was in China. That was year 2009. I was the first Filipino who was like employed in an agency. Okay, there's a discrimination, big discrimination for Asian people if you're going to work in like China, Japan, or Korea, let's say. But I think nowadays it has been changed. But during my time, it was really a big challenge on my end, and I had to hide my nationality because that was the demand of the agency. It's tearing my heart apart that I had to hide my nationality being a Filipino, and I had to use Fijian nationality. I was doing the best as I can, and during the demo, when the parents actually asked for me to have that demo in front of them for like 6 different sections, I I did my best. And to my surprise, when I put everyone on a pedestal, that was like very amazing thing that has happened in my life. That kids were responding like there's no barriers between me and them. They were responding the question like attentively, that they do understand what I was doing, what I was teaching them. Yet there were already like 6 native speakers who had taught in that school. And those 6 native speakers actually, they come from different countries. And at that time, the headmaster had to change them like every 3 months because they weren't satisfied. And right after the demo, the headmaster rang the office and told everyone that we want this woman to stay with us for quite a long time. Tell us about her price, and we were willing to pay you. So that was it. And on my end, and my own understanding, it has nothing to do with nationality. It is all about knowing what you can and really whether what you're doing, it is in line with integrity and credibility. When I stood up there, I was thinking about my country. I was thinking about the people that I love in my life. I was thinking about the Philippines. I was thinking about my ancestors who believe and trust me, my friends, everything. That's why I give the best what I can. The management didn't tell me what to do, but me being in front of them, I had to do the best that I can give to those parents who trusted the school, to those children who trusted me, who trusted everybody. Because I know in every single that I'm going to do in my life, it always gives ripple effect, not just on my part, but even to those people around me. And that changes everything. That is all.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Lenny. You know what I have learned from what Miss Lenny shared about us is that our Father Almighty is preparing something for us. He is ready to give this to us until we are ready. And what I have learned is when you give something, when you show something to other people, what is your past doesn't matter anymore. Who you are doesn't matter anymore as long as you have done the good or you have done the best for others. And that's what counts. And it will, when you know ripple effect, what you do to others, it will affect the other thing.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Miss Lenny, for that. And partner, what's next?
Okay. Next question goes like this. How do you see every person you've met? So,
Just
Mamang?
like what I told earlier, just I don't. I've seen this. I can say I got this. Wait.
It's fine.
I've seen them, the person I've met, just like a lesson, or she became a lesson,
Yes.
or an inspiration.
Yeah, that's
But for that, it still depends on me. And it still depends on how they treated me.
That's right.
So I think a shorter answer would be better.
Thank you for that.
You have a point.
Okay.
So Mamang's answer is an example of kiss, keep it short and simple. So what I have learned from Mamang is that we met people, we know people, we enjoyed with them, but sometimes we have different paths. So it ends up like we're going to go different paths while others go to other. But what matters is that both of you come together and learn from each other. So thank you so much for that, Mama. Miss Lenny?
Yeah, well, honestly speaking, I've seen the best to each every person that I've met in my life. I don't underestimate them, whether they're a child or if other people label them like special. I don't. Okay? Okay. No matter what your situation or your position right now, I've seen the best on you. I've seen that to Joel. I've met Joel since
too.
she was 7 years old. Okay?
Yeah.
And I knew for the fact that Joel has already that leadership. I've seen it from his peers, her peers. Okay? Okay? Yeah, I've seen it and I can feel it. Not just see, but really feeling. That's right. That's the reason why I had really asked you guys to do this kind of stuff. It's because I've seen the best potential to everyone. How it's going to figure it out, you will know soon. I am not the person who's going to judge that. All we have to do is really to let things happen. What we're doing right now is not because of you. I am just a messenger. It is all because of him. This part actually is coming from him. He's asked me to do it to those people that I have already known for quite a long time. Because that's where he can work things together for all of us. I knew that he's already planted a mission to each every one of us. What's gonna be, if there will be much bigger than that, it's on your hand. That's it.
Okay,
Very
thank you
well
so
said.
much for that, Miss Lenny. So, what I can grab from that idea is that when you see others, the best on them, that will be the time where that people become motivated to do more or to give more from themselves. So thank you so much for that, Miss Lenny. So, do you still have question?
Yeah, the last no, it's not the last question. Second to the last.
Okay.
Okay. What are the miracle things happen in your life that brought great changes in your personality? For you, Mama.
This is a long story, I guess. It's way back. I experienced a lot. I was in Manila, but the most unforgettable one is that way back 2014, I guess. That was I think, I have this super, what do you call this one? In Tagalog, is bongacious life.
Oh.
Okay.
Is I have these
Let's
it's about material things. I have 3 foreigners who are sending me lots of stuff, like financially.
Yeah.
I'm stable with that. And I work as a cyber girl or a cyber sex worker. Internationally, they call it webcam girl. That's it. So I earn dollars for that. So for that, I earned lots of friends too. I entertain lots of friends. I've been so in many places, and those friends introduces me that certain thing like drugs and alcohol. So I became addicted to it, and it ruined my relationship with my family, especially with my mom, because mom knows best. If she can tell me directly, I know she feel it, what I am doing, even if she can't see me. So on that day, on that year, when I became addicted, suddenly I just woke up early in the morning, I guess, with my ex, and he is really against with that. We always fight, and I realized that I have to give up everything. I don't know why. I want to stay at home because I rented an apartment in somewhere in Kalinan. So I remember there is something was being we call this one ang tawag to na raid. There's a raid happening on the other side with webcam girls too. And then there is one person, I will not mention him anymore, told me that Joe, you have to lie low, what you call this one,
Stay away.
stay away from that place because I think you will be the next target in the raid. That's it. So I went. You never hear that from me.
Okay.
So the next thing is that I asked my brother to have this jeepney and then take all my things and stuff, and I immediately went So I get my dog. I still remember. I get my dog and then went back to house and my mom was shocked. Because what's happening? Something like that. She asked me. Then I didn't tell anything. I just tell that I have to move back here and then focus my life. So from that day, um, I I realized that I need to quit everything. But not. On that day, it's still going. I have this lot of friends that is chatting me that you want some because I am addicted to it. So my body
Looking for it.
looking for it. Right?
Dependent.
So I still have friends going to my mom's house and then give me that thing, and then until I've lost my connection because I have a really poor connection in our house. So since I lost my connection, I lost the people who were sending me money because I am not up to date with chats. So I don't have money from that. I've lost a single peso. I've lost my friends. They gossip me a lot. And I guess to make the story short, I realized that day that I have unhidden skills which I have, which is doing makeup, hairstyling, and stuff like that. So from that day I started doing my makeup, just like posting my look, and then there's one client, this neighbor that, Mama, I need some makeup artist on this. Can you do this one? So that day I started, and then I realized I earn decent money, and that's how I appreciate it. And that is a miracle, I think. Until now, I'm doing it, and I lost a lot, and I changed. I focus myself on a positive side right now. I don't want to go back to my darkest days because I think I am thankful for what I have now, and that's it. I'm happy.
Okay, thank you for that, Mamang. So, must always remember that not all that we treated as a friend treats us as a true friend, and not all the things that we have done together with them will last long because most of the time those people who just stays with us because we have money, because we have those stuff that they need, they are not lifelong. They're just temporary. So look for a friend who truly accept you no matter what happened, or even though you don't have any money left in your account or whatever it is, as long as you have a true friend, and that really matters. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that, Mama. How about you,
Okay.
Angel? Do you have a miracle in your life? Experience miracle?
It's so revealing.
Every experience in life is a miracle because it teaches us a lesson and it brought us realization to do great in other way and correct what is wrong from the past. And what the best thing comes to in our life is lesson that give us opportunity to be happy, to enjoy life without any complications. And most thing important is your family. Your family that loves you no matter what happened and accept you as who you are and what you are. That's it.
Wow, thank you for that.
Go.
So me, myself too, I consider my life as a miracle. I consider myself before as a miracle baby. Not because I was a dying baby before, but because I always see myself as a miracle. Because my mom, when she conceived me, she was so young at the time. She could accomplish all her dreams. She could finish her studies, but she never hesitate or doubt to pursue me. That's why I always consider myself as a miracle baby, and I'm always grateful that every day I woke up healthy, I'm breathing freely, and every day is a gift. And I consider that as a miracle. So that's it. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Episode 1.
Um,
That's episode 1. What?
have a
Advice.
question. Okay.
We have a-
Yes, okay.
We have a piece of advice to all the young generations looking on our channel.
For me, especially in the trans world, transgender
That's
world,
right.
is young, and for all the moms out there, just focus on what is your goal. I mean, just do good
Yes.
and just do what makes you happy.
That's right.
Because life is too short.
So short.
You have to be happy and what call this one, just stay in your family, stay connected with your family, and accept some advices, and just try to talk to people who are know better about life, and just stay positive. I think when you wake up in the morning, you have to be positive to bring out, to gain more good energy too. Science. And lastly, I think we have advice is just stay connected with God.
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
Every time when you wake up and you go to bed, talk to Him. Because I experienced it. I've lost. I just talk to Him. No one hears me. I just talk to Him silently. And maybe I am not successful right now. I can't say. But I know I overcome those darkest days of my life. And
Yes.
I think that is this is just a piece of advice. Just pray.
Yes.
That's it.
Thank you so much, Mama. Okay, Miss Lily, any piece of advice to our young generations out there?
Okay, before I'm gonna proceed further, I'm gonna stop that. Joel, that I don't want you to claim that you're not successful. Because you're showing up here is actually part of your success. Okay, as you have said, you went through different battles in life. Those were your successes in life, and embrace, because there will be more. All we had to do is really not just to figure things out. Okay. Well, for me, being a single mom now, all I had to say for all the mommies out there, it doesn't mean that we're a single parent, that it's the end of the world. It's all about accepting our flaws, who we truly are, honoring and valuing our morals and beliefs that is within us. Other people can say different things towards us, but you really had to honor and value who you are, because if you don't, the world will devalue you. That's really true. What does that mean? Honor your gifts. That is a divine gift that God has given to each one of us. I didn't know what is that, but for Joel, I know that it's like her leadership, being an artist, but I think there will be more to be discovered. And another thing is that for the young generations right now, you gotta respect the elders, your parents. Always remember that you would not have been experiencing this wonderful life if your parents really didn't give you any chances to be here. Right? Another thing is value those people who had really seen and giving you the best value for yourselves. I didn't know what they have done to you. You knew that. Value and honor them. Go back to them and say thank you or whatever. Communicate. Next is stay optimistic, because no matter how difficult or challenging life would be, we always have a choice to remain optimistic and have that positive thoughts. It is all about mindset. Okay? The education that we have learned from school, they're just tools. But for us to survive our day-to-day basis, it's on our hand. And with the guidance of the divine God. That's all I can say. And that's it.
Very well said from the two of you. So thank you so much for all the lessons that you brought us. Not only for the two of us, but for all those young ones and all the people who are watching this video.
Yes.
So hope you learned something from all what they say.
My name is Rose,
And I am Angel.
and this is A New Paradigm. Life
Stories.
and lessons. Bye for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching.